In this video, we will learn how to make a model for a square cup. A normal cup is like a water cup. Its section from here is circular, but a cup like Barizo, his section from here is a square. In order to make this square section 100% correct, I do 3D scan, but this is not always available. There is something like a circumvention of this problem. We make a square model for this cup. How do I make this model? First, this square, I must know the distance between its two opposite edges of the cup. When measuring distance, I measure between its two opposite edges of the cup, from this edge to this edge. I measure it using the vernier calipers. I put a jaw on this side and a jaw on the other side. Then I twist the cup. I measure from this edge to this edge, and I take its average value. I must also know the distance between one side and the other side, and I take its average value. So, this circle, which passed through the 4 points of the side, I measured this circle between its two opposite edges of the cup. Average value, from side to side equals 77 average. What I did above I will repeat below. I measured the sizes from above. It is repeated below. Produces a circle. I measured the distance from edge to edge, it equals 75, average. The distance from side to side is equal to 53, average. Complete the model in the same traditional way. Because I put 4 points here, I want each point to have its height and diameter. But I measure the diameter from the edge of the cup. I measure height from cup tip to the point, second point, third point, fourth point. Then I measure the diameter from the edge of the cup. After I measured all of these points, I got this table. This is the first point at the tip, its diameter is 109, its radius is 54.5, and its height is 0. The second point, its diameter at the edge is 100, its radius is 50, its height is 29. Also the third point, its diameter is 88. Its radius is 44, and its height is 48, the last point. Its diameter is 75, its radius is 37.5, and its height is 69. With these numbers, I can start making the model. I start making the model, I open the Aspire program. Gadgets, wrapped job setup. It's required to enter here the largest height and largest diameter. The dimensions that I had measured before. The greatest height is 69, the largest height is 69, and the largest diameter is 109. 69, 109. Okay. Traditional work is done for the model. From the right. Get the measurements. My first radius is 54.5. The next radius, 50. The next radius, 44. The next radius, 37.5. I finished all the radii, then height being done. The first height is 0. Second height 29, the line is pulled from above. The next height, 48. Last height is 69, I've done it before. The difference in the cup of chorizo, so that I can make an approximate shape for it, to divide this distance by a curve into 4 sections. How do I draw this curve? Draw it from here to here, but I have 1 point left. Where do I get the height or distance from? From the heights that I measured before. These are the circles I drawn before. This is the upper circle for cup 77 and 109. The distance is about 109 to 77, division 2, 109 minus to 77 equals. The result is divided by 2. Equals 16. So I will rise above 0 by 16 millimeters. I draw an arc from here to here, and I get to 0 from the bottom. Why did I draw the bow at all this distance? Instead of dividing this distance by 4 manually, I will draw one arc and duplicate it 4 times. Press it at the same distance. It will be divided into 4 automatically. I select the drawing and then click on the mirror icon, create a mirror copy. I made 3 copies and had the original, so they became 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, I can't leave each one alone. I have to join them all so they become one line. Select them all. Then click on the join icon. So all the lines became one line. Select them all. Select them and place them in the same distance of the model. Therefore, it was divided into 4 sections like each other automatically. What I did top I will repeat below. I want to draw an arc. First I want to know the distance of this line. How? Same way, 75 minus 53, and I divide the result by 2. 75 minus 53 equals 22. Divided by 2 equals 11. A line is drawn 11 millimeters from the bottom. I draw an arc. Reach this point. I draw an arc, the same idea as before. 1, 2, 3, close. I select them all, then join. So they became one line. Select them and place them in the same distance of the model. Therefore, this is the difference between it and a regular cup. The traditional model is implemented. We start from here. After that, I complete the model in the traditional way. 54.5/0 and 50/29, this point. The next point. The next point. And I get this point across. Complete the model. Select the top line, then shift, then the bottom line. Modeling, 2 rail sweep, use selection. It will select the model. Apply. Close. This is what the model looks like. If you want to change the display format to circular, toolpaths, toolpath drawing, warp Y values, around Y axis. This is the approximate shape of an chorizo cup. I hide this layer. Open a new layer. Close. So the model is ready for use. Get the drawing, create the code, and then engrave it. But there is a point here. If you want to identify the 4 faces, this point is the corner. You will find it divided exactly into 4, so I can make sure that the distance is exactly in the middle. Therefore, now have 4 sides of the Arizo cup. I place the drawing on any face I want and then engraving. There is a cup called curry, whose corners are only at the bottom, so I make its corners from the bottom only. As for the top, it will be a very normal line. Save the model. Yes, I choose the path. I call it Arizo model. It is here. I put the drawing on any face I want, then I create a code for the drawing, then engrave it.